Our military is so important in the U.S. We know that because you can't turn on the television or look around the internet or even walk through the downtown of any city without being bombarded by the slogan, "Support our troops." But for all that hype, you know who doesn't support our troops? Our own military. The VA operates a suicide hotline for our vets. All those people our country has sent to war or areas of conflict who come home suicidal. Those are the troops who really need our support. But according to a new report by the Veterans Affairs Inspector General, a lot of those calls made by veterans contemplating suicide go straight to voicemail. This is how our government supports its own veterans. In 2014, the crisis hotline received more than 450,000 calls, which is more than a 40% increase from the previous year. And about 1 in 6 of those went to backup centers because the crisis hotline just couldn't handle them all. And in those backup centers, sometimes the staff didn't even know it had a voicemail system. Meaning suicidal veterans would call this hotline up, get passed off from the VA to a backup center where they leave a suicidal message on some machine that never even gets heard. How unsupportive is that? The report found that a lot of the time when a vet would call the crisis hotline, they'd also have excruciatingly long waits, or they'd be put on hold, or they would just be sitting there having to go through a maddening electronic system pressing buttons for this or that and never actually being put through to a responder. The report found that basically the crisis hotline is in crisis itself. In fact, it was even the subject of an Oscar-winning documentary. It was called Crisis Hotline, Veterans Press 1, as in press the frickin' button to go through an automated system instead of talking to a human who might support you in your time of need. About 1/5 of suicides in the U.S. are committed by veterans. We know this is a problem. So to fix it, President Obama passed a law where the Pentagon and the VA need to submit to independent reviews of the hotline. But apparently it's not going so well. So the VA says it's now going to hire more staff at the crisis center and upgrade to state-of-the-art phone systems, whatever that means. So yeah, we're told that we have to support our troops all the time, but meanwhile, our government doesn't even bother. If they can't answer their calls, why should we? Tonight, let's talk about that.